Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about how I make money on YouTube as a small creator. So as of recording this, I have about 1,650 subscribers. So not a huge community, but a very positive and engaged community. Today we're going to just do a chatty style video and talk about how long it took me to get monetized, how much my first paycheck was, how much I made after 6 months of being monetized, as well as the outlook for the future. So if you are someone who is trying to make a living off of YouTube or even just get your first $100 from your channel, then stay tuned because I will be telling you guys all of the things I wish I knew when I was just starting out. But if you're just here to learn about how much money I've made from YouTube and how long it took me to get monetized because you're just curious, then I'll jump right into that to start with. So I first started doing YouTube years ago. At this point, it's probably been about 6 years since I posted my first video, maybe a little bit less, but my first few videos, I was a freshman in college. I had no clue what I was doing, and I was just messing around recording on my phone. They're still up there, so if you're curious, you can go check it out. But the biggest mistake I made early on was that I didn't capitalize on the first time one of my videos went quote unquote viral or pushed out by YouTube. Again, I was doing this for a hobby. I had no clue how YouTube worked. I didn't know what it looked like or what to do when a video blew up. So if you're just starting out, one thing I would suggest is really learning about what to do if that happens so you can actually be prepared and capitalize off of it. So one of my first few videos ended up getting pushed out or going mini viral, I would call it. It got about 84,000 views in the first few weeks. And I didn't know what to do with that. I was getting some positive comments, some negative comments. Overall, the video wasn't very good, so the retention wasn't great. And I think I only got like a few hundred subscribers from this video, which is insane if it got 84,000 views. There's a lot of reasons for this, but the main one is that my channel had no clear direction at the time. So when people watched that video and then probably went to go check out my channel to see if it was worth subscribing, I really didn't have much to show, and there was no specific niche that I was in. It was a video about my dorm tour, but my content overall wasn't about college. It just didn't really fit very well. And so because of that, I didn't get a lot of traction from that video, and it didn't really lead to much. However, because it was 6 years ago, it was under YouTube's old monetization rules and guidelines. So I still actually made money off of it, even though I hadn't met any specific threshold that I needed to meet in terms of subscribers to get quote unquote monetized as you do now. So I made about $150 from that one video, which was pretty crazy to me. Might have been a little bit less, I don't remember, but I did make enough money to meet the $100 threshold and get paid out by YouTube. So that was really cool. But again, I was 18 years old. I didn't know what to do with that, and I didn't want to be a college vlogger, so I literally got paralyzed by the views and didn't touch my channel for weeks. When I finally picked up the camera again to record, it had been quite some time since that video had kind of blown up, so I didn't have any momentum to still capitalize on, and really nothing happened from there with my channel. I posted a few more videos that freshman year of college and then wrote it off until junior year. Junior year, I put out another 1 or 2 videos, saw nothing from it, but at the end of senior year, I started finally taking my YouTube channel seriously. The main thing that pushed me to do this is I went to my internship the summer before my senior year of college. And within a few weeks of starting that internship, I called my, at the time, boyfriend, now husband, crying, saying, is this really what I went to school for? Is this what I spent my whole life preparing to do? I did not like my job. I did not like my career trajectory, and I was really unhappy. I was scared for the future, unsure what this was going to look like, but one thing I knew is that I loved being creative and I loved making videos. I'd been recording on and off for years, but very rarely did I ever turn it into an actual video. So that was the push I needed to finally take it seriously and start trying to put out some type of consistent content. When I was about to move to DC for my 9-to-5 job, which was with the same company that my internship was with, I started making content all about the process of me moving, which did end up giving me some growth. I know a lot of you here are still around from my DC day in the life type of content, and I appreciate you all for sticking around even after I quit my 9-to-5 job and I'm pursuing this new journey. But what I found is that I didn't find a lot of fulfillment from this content myself either. The main reason is I'm not someone who's going to be going around showing off everything in my life. I like to much more talk and share my experiences than share my surroundings. So again, I was in a situation where I was growing a following, but it was based off of things I didn't want to continue doing in the future for my channel. This is tip number 2. Don't make content for the sake of trying to go viral or trying to reach a certain audience if you don't plan to continue to nurture that audience in the way that they expect from the videos they initially found you from. Every time I would see some type of growth on my channel, I would then pivot afterwards to a new type of topic and then not see growth again or lose my growth because I was constantly switching niches. Fast forward to 1 year into my 9-to-5 job, I had been trying to consistently post on YouTube once a week, but it more looked like once a month. I could feel that I was getting to the point of burnout for my 9-to-5, and I knew that quitting was inevitable. So I started trying to prioritize my channel as much as I could. I invested in this camera, which isn't a great camera, but it works very well and it's easier for me to use than my phone. And I invested in things like Final Cut Pro and external hard drive. And I really prioritized using my 9-to-5 income to further my YouTube journey and invest in equipment, small investments that would last me for a while and help me after I left my job. Then comes August. The Great Resignation was happening. Everyone was in the phase of leaving their job, and I had been planning on leaving for quite a while. I put my notice in at the end of June, and the end of my 9-to-5 was the end of July. So right after I quit my 9-to-5, I made a video talking about why I quit my 9-to-5 engineering job. And that video took off because it was trending right at the beginning of that I don't dream of labor, Great Resignation whole thing going on that everyone was talking about on YouTube. I capitalized off of that, honestly, by accident. I just wanted to tell my story. And I always used TubeBuddy to make sure I was looking at the right keywords and focusing on the right things when I posted my videos to potentially bring me more traffic to my channel. I'm going to be talking about TubeBuddy in a little bit, but I do have a link in my description for you guys if you want to check it out. I really recommend it if you're starting out on YouTube right now because it seriously is just a great way to actually have some direction on if a topic is a good topic for your channel or not. Long story short, I used TubeBuddy to basically optimize that video, and YouTube picked it up and it started exploding a few days after I posted it. Again, this was mini viral for me. It ended up getting about, I think it has like 17,000 views now, but it brought me quite a few new subscribers and made me reach that monetization threshold, which this was right after I quit my 9-to-5 job. So it really felt like it was a sign that I was doing the right thing and I was moving in the right direction. I don't see myself being an influencer or a full-time YouTuber. I plan to use YouTube to share my experience and to be a bonus on top of whatever I'm doing as my actual job during the day, which if you guys have been following for a while, you know I've been working in digital marketing right now and doing some virtual assistant work or VA work. So kind of dabbling in different things right now, but I found that social media and marketing is definitely more my vibe and engineering definitely was not. So my channel started doing a lot better. I got a lot of new viewers, more people joined the community, and I started really developing relationships with you guys on a day-to-day basis and posting a lot more. So this time around though, when that video took off, I capitalized on it immediately and I said, okay, if people are curious about my journey quitting my 9-to-5, let me talk more about it. Let me share about my finances. Let me share about how I decided to quit. Let me talk about my burnout symptoms and how I was feeling. I went full in and just focused on the things that I had currently been going through, and it really helped because the reality is, since YouTube knew that my quitting my 9-to-5 video was doing well, any offshoots of topics that I would put out, YouTube would then push out to those same viewers and they would click on it because it was related and it was in the same niche. So that went on for quite a bit and everything was going great. But because this wasn't planned, I didn't know what to do next with my channel. There was many directions I could have taken it, and looking back, I think I picked the wrong one for a little bit. The next thing I did was started really focusing on trying to give people advice on how to quit their 9-to-5 jobs or how to decide whether or not they should quit their 9-to-5 jobs. In reality, most people who had subscribed to me were following just to see my journey because they wanted to know what would happen next for me. Totally fair and understandable, but at the time, I couldn't figure that out. So from there, I went through a lot of phases with my channel that ended up pretty much hurting the growth of my YouTube channel. I went the educational route for a bit and realized it really just wasn't working. From there, I tried to focus more on what I myself was going through. But the problem was I focused less on my journey leaving my 9-to-5 and my finances and more on just the emotional, the trauma, everything that I was healing from that came out of me quitting my 9-to-5 job, because it really wasn't just about the job at the end of the day. I had a lot of other personal stuff going on that I had been putting off healing from and going through, and this just brought it all out. So again, I was very unfocused and my channel suffered because of it. So to go back and answer that first question of how long did it take me to get monetized on YouTube, I would say it's hard to answer. I was not consistent on my channel for a very long time, but once one of my videos got picked up, it was really quick, and I went from 400 subscribers to 1,600 subscribers in a matter of a few months, as well as I was able to reach that watch time threshold and keep that watch time really high consistently after that. I think everyone's journey is going to be different because it really just depends on when you get that winning video, is what I like to call it, where the timing's right, the audience is looking for it, and everything comes together, and you're able to capitalize on that growth to actually catapult your channel into monetization and so on. Next though, I do want to show you guys my analytics and explain a little bit about my growth. So if we look at my analytics and we head over to lifetime, we'll see that my channel all started back in June-ish of 2017, which is when one of my first videos got picked up. I had just a little bit of growth here, nothing too dramatic. And from there was months and months and years where I just slowly lost subscribers here and there because I really wasn't posting anything. Then you'll see in 2020, I started to post again. Into 2021, I had a tiny bit of growth, and then I quit my job, posted that video, and we had that first spike of 29 new subscribers in a day. From there, you'll see spikes up and down, ranging from 5 to 10 new subscribers to sometimes even 0. Now, if we look at the last 365 days, you'll see that I gained 878 subscribers in that time. If I had been actually consistently posting for the whole year, I think I easily would have met that 1,000 subscriber threshold in the last 365 days. So long story short, it's really hard to tell you exactly how long it took me to get monetized because I didn't start getting consistent until about July of 2021. And from there, because I already had some subscribers, I pretty quickly got monetized starting in September. So how much money do I make from my YouTube channel? Well, the past 365 days, I have made $671 from AdSense on my YouTube channel. And that all started on my first day being monetized, which was not September, it was August 12th. So on August 12th, I got monetized, which was 8 months ago. So in 8 months, I made $671, which I know is not a lot of money, but it's something, and I'm very proud of that. But this is what I will say. If you are only focusing on AdSense revenue and you are trying to build a channel and make that your full-time income, then you are not focusing on the right things. While your content is really important and getting to a point where you have enough consistent subscribers, consistent watch time to actually make you money through ads, that is not the main way you should be making money through your YouTube channel. And I'm sure you've seen all the videos that talk about AdSense being a small percentage of these huge YouTubers' full-time incomes, but there's one thing that is always left out, which is you don't have to have a huge following to start making money from other income sources through your YouTube channel. So I just wanted to end this video by giving you guys a few ways that I have made money from my YouTube channel that is not AdSense. The first one is brand deals, which of course is a harder one to get started with. It's hard to find the right brand to work with that's willing to actually pay you when you're a smaller channel, but it is possible. I did have my first paid brand deal this past month, so it wasn't a big brand deal, but it was my first one. I'm getting my feet wet and trying to understand it better. And in the future, I'm planning on reaching out to brands directly that I think would be a good fit for my channel to actually pitch myself instead of waiting for them to come to me. The second way is through affiliate marketing. You don't need hundreds of thousands of subscribers to have an affiliate marketing plan. You should be trying to implement this from day one because the sooner the better. It takes time to learn these things. And I'll be honest, I have not made 1 cent from my affiliate marketing, but that's because I haven't had a clear plan and strategy in place. But the more you can incorporate any type of links into your videos, referrals, anything that you can incorporate that's going to help you as a creator make enough money to fund your actual life, the better. And if you're feeling uncomfortable about doing so, just remember that you can't make content for free, and your audience knows that. Nowadays, everyone is very aware that YouTube can become a full-time job for people. So most people are very supportive of creators who are trying to make a living off of their channel. If they like your content and you're making good quality, interesting content for your viewers, they're not going to care if you put an affiliate link in your description. As long as you're transparent and honest and people understand, there's nothing to be ashamed of. If people give you a hard time for it, then they shouldn't even be in your community, and don't let that get to you. And the last way and the most important way that I would suggest you consider when starting a YouTube channel is figuring out how your YouTube channel is going to equate to a long-term business strategy. There's so many niches on YouTube, and a lot of them can easily equate to a full-time business that is not just AdSense money from your YouTube channel. I personally have found that I really like working one-on-one with people, and I recently started doing YouTube consulting to help new creators who kind of need some extra help, who are looking for some mentorship and want some consulting services relating to their channel, as well as doing virtual assistant work for other creators who need some extra assistance getting their content out there. So for me, that has actually been the most lucrative way for me to make money through my channel. And all of those opportunities would not have been available to me if I was not creating a community online, sharing my experience, and telling people that I was doing this. If you start talking about what you're willing to help people with, what you're willing to be paid for, people are going to think of you whenever someone else mentions that they need help with something. Another random side story, but last year, before I was doing VA work and consulting, I was actually doing cat sitting. And through my YouTube channel, I actually had a new client that ended up being one of my consistent clients when I was living in Washington, D.C. And she was referred to me through one of my viewers on this channel. So whatever you're doing, however you're working to start a business, share about it on your YouTube channel, because people really do feel connected through video. They really do get to know you. I mean, if you're being honest and being yourself, of course. And the more you can share your journey with them, the more potential referrals you're going to get for whatever business you're trying to start outside of your channel. Now, if your business is just your channel and your goal is to literally be a videographer or be a lifestyle creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it, the same principle still applies, but it might be a little bit harder and take a little bit longer for you to get to a point where you're able to leave the job that you're not enjoying to do what you love and make videos full-time on YouTube. Just remember that your YouTube channel really is a community. That is the biggest thing that I would suggest to anyone. The more you're able to connect with them in authentic ways, the better. I like to do polls on my channel and learn more about you guys directly through you telling me your personal experiences. I always encourage people to comment, and I always reply to comments because I like to get to know you guys better, as well as always answering my DMs on Instagram so you can get that one-on-one connection with people. And if you're ever feeling stuck, just throw out there to your channel that you're willing to do one-on-one conversations just to get to know your community through Zoom or any other video conferencing service, because the times that I've connected with you guys on Zoom, and I've done it quite a few times, the more I've been motivated to continue creating content, because you guys have specifically told me the things you've liked about my channel, what you've learned from my channel, and what you're excited to see more of in the future, which has really helped me see that I'm not just talking to a camera, I'm talking to real people who actually want to know what's going on with my journey and my life, so I can help you guys not make any of the same mistakes of me and learn from my mistakes. Obviously, $671 in the last 8 months of being monetized, again, isn't a ton of money. It doesn't pay your rent, but it is a start, and it's a good reminder that what I'm doing actually can equate to a job in the future, and this could actually be something I do full time. I don't, of course, know what my future holds on YouTube, but the more I make videos, the more I realize that I truly do love it, and I want to encourage you guys to put yourself out there, and whatever you're passionate about, just start making content about it. I heard this study recently, and I'm just going to put it on the screen because I'm going to botch what the statistic was, but the creator economy is supposed to blow up in 2022, and we're already 4.5 months into the year. So if you've been putting off creating your channel because you feel like the industry is too full or it's too saturated, then seriously, look at this article, read the statistics so you can see that there is more money coming into it and there's more money to go around. People are always looking for new creators, and don't forget, I feel like everyone always forgets this, but the creators that have been around for a while that make you feel like YouTube is too saturated, a lot of them are leaving. They've been doing it for years and they're retiring from YouTube. I see more and more people all the time that I've been following for a long time say that they're leaving YouTube to do something else, or they're moving to Instagram because it's easier for them and they have a big enough following that they can just do brand deals and sponsorships through Instagram and they don't have to spend hours and hours editing or paying video editors to do YouTube. So just keep that in mind and don't let yourself get discouraged by specific numbers that you're probably just making up in your head like I was for years before I ever actually started my channel. The funniest thing is I thought YouTube was too saturated back when I was a freshman in college 6 years ago and I first started making videos. But now I'm actually seeing traction on my channel 6 years later. So 6 years from now, there's still going to be new creators on YouTube who are making content. And the more time goes on, the more people are joining YouTube and starting to actually watch content on it. So seriously, don't let that deter you from starting your channel. Just start it. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. I really hoped you enjoyed hearing a bit about my journey and just my overall thoughts that I wanted to share about starting a channel. If you like this video and you want to hear more about how I read my analytics on YouTube and make decisions based off of that, then make sure to like this video so I know you want to hear more about this topic, and comment down below what you want to hear about regarding starting a YouTube channel and growing on YouTube. My background is in industrial engineering, which is literally mainly statistics. So I love looking at my analytics and I love diving deep into them. If you guys notice when we were looking at my subscribers and my revenue, I had this very big dip in my channel and then a larger spike that's happened in the past few months. And that's really due to a lot of the strategies that I've been implementing the past few months to really focus in and grow my channel. And I've been seeing really great results from it. So again, if you want to know more about that and you want me to share what I've been doing to grow my channel, let me know in the comments down below. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.